Jensen Ralston, final corner. Is there anything left? He's using that rest of that battery to the line. Has he saved up well enough? Is he going to challenge for pole position? Here's Jensen Ralston. He does not improve in qualifying. Flume still on provisional pole. Thunderino's in behind, currently in P3. Is he improving in Sector 2? I think he is, by just under a tenth of a second. He's going to need a whole bigger chunk than that to beat Flume's time, to grab pole position. Back-to-back poles. That's surely unheard of for Thunderino. He got pole in Azerbaijan. Can he get pole here in Monza? Round Parabolica we go. The Alpine. Can he fly around this one? Set a personal best. Use the rest of that battery. Get the DRS open and improve on his lap. Here goes Thunderino. He does not improve again. That's another driver not improving. Nanu is going to be the final one to line. He goes into P4. That's an awesome lap from Nanu in the Red Bull. It's an 18.8 and that's surely his best qualifying of the year. Nanu takes P4, but it's that man, Flume. He didn't need a second. He didn't need a final run there. It's an 18.460, and he is miles ahead of everybody else. It's the Williams on pole position. An iconic race circuit of Formula 1. Lights are starting to light up bright red. And when they're going to go, it's now. It's lights out. And away we go. Flume does get away well, but Jensen Ralston has got an even better start, or has he? He's getting in the slipstream of Flume down to turn 1. He's going to have the inside line as he's now putting a bit of pressure on. That's Nanu going around the outside. Now the inside of Jensen Ralston on the exit. Who's got the better traction? Thunderino clambers over the curb. Flume's got a nice getaway as Jensen was pressurized by both the Red Bulls behind and Thunderino, who got over the curb and dropped down to P5. But Flume gets away perfectly in this Grand Prix as we head into Della Rocha chicane. And on the exit, that's a move behind. I think that's Ben Huskins dropping positions on the exit. Hepworth getting through. Jack Carlos getting through. Liam Doherty already up to 6th. It's a fantastic start from the Haas driver. We'll see what he can do in this first stint. But Flume, 4 tenths clear already. And Jensen was already under pressure from Nanu. Heading down to the Ascari Variante as... Beautiful from Flume so far. Is Jensen going to challenge heading on to the second lap of this Grand Prix?
Are very much bunched up then as they make their way down the main straight now. One of the longest straights here in the Formula 1 calendar, and Jensen Ralston is looking racy. Can he get the move then on the Williams around the outside? They all come 2 by 2 then into turn 1, and Jensen Ralston is through to the lead of this Grand Prix. Flume then to second. It's Nanu now in third still and trying to push on for these positions. Everybody in this nice little DRS train at the moment, but Jensen Ralston has just found the gap. He just about managed to get through, and what a move it was down the main straight. There's something telling me you're probably going to get a lot more of them moves in this Grand Prix due to the long straight, but we'll just see how it develops and changes through the course of this race. Lap 3 out of 27, still a long while to go in this Grand Prix, and it is all to play for.
On to the main straight, and here we go, the long one down to turn 1. That DRS is going to get enabled. Who can fly past? There's our pole sitter. There's the Williams of Flume. He flies through into turn 1. He's already well ahead before the braking zone. There's Nanu behind. Can't get through, as I'm pretty sure Icky Robbo was trying to line up and move on Ben Huskins once more. There he is, round the outside, on the exit. Who's got the better traction? It's Williams inside. It's Ferrari on the outside. Now got the long inside of the Curva Grande. Ben Huskins still carrying it around the outside. He's probably going to try a move down. Can he try a move down to Della Rocha chicane? I don't think he can. He's just too far behind as he has to let that position go, as Ben Huskins already dropping down to P9 in this Grand Prix.
With a 3-second penalty down at the back now, 16 seconds away from the pack, but 2 by 2 down into turn 1. It is Jensen Ralston getting through past Flume, Voitas Luva getting through past his teammate, and behind as well, and Mercedes McLaren trying to get through past Liam Doherty. Jack Carlos just wasn't able to get that move done into turn 1 on the 5th lap, but maybe on the next lap around. But what we can conclude from that is Jensen Ralston takes the lead once more.
As we head into the Rettifilo chicane, as there we go, Jensen Ralston with the inside line pulls into lead this Grand Prix. Thunderino trying to go over for a move on Nanu, Voitas Luva's teammate, who he actually think just hit into the back of him, as Icky Robbo and Jack Carlos then going side by side. Here we go around Curva Grande, bit of racing action between the Ferrari and the McLaren. Sure, we're going to see that in Qatar this weekend for the remaining 2 championship races in Formula 1. Who can get the Constructors' Championship? I'm going to bet McLaren, as it is my team. But there we go, Jensen Ralston still leading this Grand Prix to Flume in P2 and Voitersluver in the Red Bull, making it a Red Bull 3-4 in P3 at the moment. Jensen Ralston, the pace setter so far.
Yeah, we've seen this a lot in the races here in FZR so far in Season 10. We've seen the top two just keep swapping positions the whole race long, and this is what's kind of forming at the moment here in Monza. We're on lap 7 out of 27. I think Ben Huskins has gone round at the back. P12 now, P13, P14. You can see him dropping down the order. His teammate is the last person to have asked him, and now P14 for Ben Huskins, so that man is not having a good race at all. Alec has spun round at the same time, and there we go, he goes round once more. Alec is not having a good race one single bit. But as we move to the top, Flume gets through past Jensen Ralston once more, and like I was trying to add to earlier, I think we're going to see a lot of that through the whole race. Down behind as well, there's also more moves going on. I think I've just missed that, but there was moves going on behind, and will continue to happen in this race. Sorry, Sesko Puskut, Gary Freeleg, and Atom. They're in a little pod at the moment. P11, P12, and P13. How long will it take for Ben Huskins to catch up? This man did spin around a few moments ago and is now on the drive to get back up there and get back where he started. But moving up to the front, you can see Liam Doherty down the inside of Thunderino in P5 and P6 at the moment. These two going absolutely all out. Can the Haas car stick his car down the inside? He cannot. He has to back out to avoid the collision. But this is the kind of racing that we want here then in Monza. And what a move that would have been. But of course he had to back out, else they would have both been in a barrier in pieces. But lap 8 out of 27, 19 to go. And onto the main straight, it is Jensen Ralston, Flume, Voitersluver, and Nanu. As we, of course, have the big, long DRS train down into Turn 1. Flume around the outside. Flume gets the move done on Jensen Ralston, and Flume is leading. Thunderino looking for that move, and outside, Jack Carlos trying to make a move, and it's the Haas and the Alpine that make contact. There's a Haas of Liam Doherty that was put on the back foot there. He got spun around and now down into P10. That man nearly spinning around once more, but lapped. P10 is the position he ends up in. Icky Robbo now in at P9 on the backside of Hepworth. Hepworth looking for the move on Seth Martin, but that got incredibly close indeed at the end of, the beginning of that lap, and it was just unfortunate for Liam Doherty to be the man caught up in the middle of it. But here we have, of course, back up to the front. It's lap 11 out of 27, and the McLaren already trying to make the move on the Williams of Flume. Jensen Ralston, when can he get through? I don't think yet. But as we head down towards the Parabolica, let's see. Will he make the move before the Parabolica or into Turn 1 like we've seen every single lap around? We're going to go round onto lap 12 out of 27. This is going incredibly quick so far. And these two just will not leave each other alone. I'm very looking forward to Voitersluver, and when this man can get himself involved as the Williams. That was unexpected, wasn't it? And there's quite a few drivers that have followed him, isn't there?
There absolutely is. So I think he might have called it at the right time, to be honest. Is Jensen will have to be forced to do a bit of an overcut if he can do it, with Voitersluver right in behind him. But yeah, these drivers now reaching the brink need to do something different with the strategy if they're stuck in the middle of this DRS train. Now here we go, on the main straight once more. I think Flume's flying through now. We'll see him on the left-hand side of the screen. There we go. There's Flume. He's absolutely flew ahead. He's had a very good outlap, as Jensen Ralston might be just under pressure from his teammate behind. There's Jack Carlos. There's Jensen Ralston, as both of them making it through, as it's somehow a McLaren 3-4, and it's now a Red Bull 5-6. So yeah, both the McLarens ahead of the Red Bulls, as Nanu and Voitersluver might have been up to a bit of battling, what we didn't see.
Everybody looking a bit racy. Is anyone going to actually make the move? Icky Robbo, look at him. Go on, the lad. Down the inside, trying to get through past Nanu there, getting pushed off the track nearly. But it didn't work out. But the ball's on that man going right down the inside where nobody else could make a move. The Aston Martin of Seth Martin as well trying to get through. And his, I think his front wing broke off a bit there because we saw it flying through the air. Now positioning his car down the inside on the Ferrari. It's side by side through the chicane. And the Ferrari is just ahead at the moment into P6. Seth Martin has to concede, has to stay back into P7 at the moment. But what a move that would have been. And hopefully we get to see that pretty soon. Yeah, he is driving well. He was in the stream chat earlier saying that qualifying laps don't matter, but this man is really showing us that he has got the pace today. Jensen Rowson is also one that's got the pace, and Voices Lever going through past Jack Carlos there, making the move on the McLaren now, splitting up the two McLarens, and now is 2, 3, 4 and 5, of course, all occupied by the Red Bull and McLaren teams, but they're all a bit mixed. And it's Jensen Rowson from Voices Lever, from Jack Carlos, from Nanu in 5. Icky Robbo, of course, in 6, and there's a little pod behind that as well. I think Gary Freeleg and Atom, there's a battle going on behind, actually. Gary Freeleg in the back foot there. Atom gets through. Sesko Puskut is through into P12 at the moment. As are we missing something up ahead as well? I think Thunderino has just managed to pick up a move past Seth Martin. To see what is going to happen as we're on lap 20 out of 27. 7 more to go. Seth Martin with a 10-second penalty. That's a big one then, as Jack Carlos looking for the move on Voices Lever. Seth Martin retires from today's race down the inside, sending it. Jack Carlos on Voices Lever. They're wheel banging then, going through turns 1 and 2, but can Jack Carlos get the... I think he can. He's flying out of the corner, trying to get ahead of Voices Lever. All of the car that he can get, and there he goes. P3 is the McLarens getting through past Voiter. And what a move that was. Icky Robbo now in P5. He's got through past Nano, of course, and we'll see what this man can do. Icky Robbo is driving pretty decent so far. He's got past one McLaren. Got past one Red Bull. Can he get past the other Red Bull in today's race with only 7 more to go? Not long left of racing. Alec and Seth Martin have retired, leaving us with 13 drivers in today's race. But heading down the main straight, it's Flume, Jensen Rowson, Jack Carlos, Voices Lever, all heading down into turn 1. Who will make a move? Jensen Rowson will be the first one to make a move, and he gets through behind that. Jack Carlos into P2, and on the grid at the moment, everybody, we have got ourselves a McLaren 1-2 on the grid.
Wow, wow, wow. What a treat we're in for a battle here. 6 laps to go. Jack Carlos is flying, and he could win this Grand Prix. Can Flume fight back? Try and get past Jack Carlos. McLaren working well together. It's Jensen Rowson and Jack Carlos. The McLarens, both the English lads, going for a 1-2 in this race. Flume was 2 seconds clear at one point in this race. You wouldn't think that, by the way it's going so far. He's down in P3 as both McLarens absolutely swooped through on the Williams driver. Voices Lever, is he going to fight for this one? Try and get past Flume as well. But here we go, down to the Ascara chicane, as, yeah, he tried to go for a move Flume there. I think he thought about it. But there we go, Jack Carlos getting a fantastic run actually for Ascara, and he's right on the back of his teammates. Who can come out on top when we cross the line on lap 27? But we're going to have to see on this lap and see how the narrative unfolds as we head on to lap 22. Around Parabolica. Who's going to be leading at turn 1? I'm sure it's not going to be Jensen Rowson, but can Flume get through as well? Here we go. It's McLaren versus Williams versus Red Bull. There's the Williams, there's the McLaren. It might go 3 wide into turn 1. Here we go. It's Flume round the outside. It's Jensen Rowson on the inside. Oh, bit of contact between Jack Carlos and Flume there. They're now ghosted into each other. There goes Voices Lever inside the pair. But Jensen Rowson keeps a race lead after contact with his rivals Jack Carlos and Flume for this race win. Voices Lever swooping past and might just get them both. There he is into P2. It's beautiful from Voices Lever. He's judged that perfectly. There's nothing else could have really done. The Williams still stuck inside though with these ghosted cars. Flume fighting this one. Both of them literally neck and neck into the Lesmo corners. But Jack Carlos is just watching this one absolutely unfold. Who's going to come out on top between the pair? Both of them need to get outside, as there we go. Voices Lever has taken the place. So it's Jensen Rowson, Voices Lever, Flume, then Jack Carlos in P4. Then Icky Robbo does get into P5. We've got a good old scrap for this race win with 5 laps to go. But who do you think is going to come out on top, Jack? Because, I mean, this is piping hot race. As there goes Nanu on Icky Robbo, still side by side. Now going for a move on Jack Carlos' Icky Robbo. Now going for a move on Flume. Icky Robbo trying to fly through as he goes into the wall. Was that a mistake there? Did he get any damage from that one? I think he might have just hit the wall. Just a little spin on the rears as Icky Robbo is out of contention for a top 5 finish. But here we go. On to lap 23. Voiter's Luber now in for the battle for lead. There goes Flume on the outside line. It's inside for Voiter. Outside for Flume. He swoops around the outside. It's beautiful from Flume. But spinning there at the back is Jack Carlos. After a fantastic race, he's now put to the back. Down in P7. Jack Carlos got caught spinning at turn 2. Wow. What drama we have here. Flume's in the race race lead. It's Voiter in P2 and Jensen Ralston now under pressure from Nanu, fighting for P3.
Voices Lever is looking for the lead of this Grand Prix. Nobody really thought he would go and take the win today, but today he rounds around the outside and Voices Lever is in contention of the race win then here in Monza. He takes the lead of this race for the first time this evening and Voices Lever is driving superbly out there at the top. It's Flume second, Jensen Ralston now in third, Nanu in P4 at the moment. His teammate up in P1. It'd be pretty nice if he can get himself up there and get them a 1-2, wouldn't it? But maybe that's a bit too much to ask for in the final stages of this Grand Prix. Let's see, but we get a move. Jensen Ralston, Voices Lever has been overtaken. Can Jensen Ralston take the lead of this race into turn 1? He's got past one of them. Can he pick off the other one? The Williams on the outside. Jensen Ralston trying to get through but wasn't able to. And Flume is now your race leader. And in the blink of an eye, Voices Lever has lost it all. He's down in P3 and now he's got to work his way back up to the top of this Grand Prix. But ladies and gentlemen, Voices Lever has been overtaken. Flume is back up where he started in this Grand Prix. It's Thunderino trying to get through past Nanu down the inside then into turn 1. That was the only thing that was going on there and he wasn't even successful. He hits the backside of the Red Bull and he nearly goes round there, but the Red Bull just about finds his feet. Thunderino does manage to get the position, but the Red Bull is on the track and didn't go round in P5. Now, we're on the penultimate lap of today's Grand Prix. How fast has that gone, everybody? Brewing down till the end. It is side by side with Ben Huskins and Liam Doherty now in P9 and P10. Liam Doherty on the inside, Ben on the outside. Who will make the move first? It is the Haas car that manages to get through and stay ahead of the Mercedes for now. But fighting back down the inside, he puts that Mercedes on the inside. He flies through and he is through to P9. Ben Huskins at the end of this race is making up moves. And P9 is all his then. The Mercedes is into P9. Lap 26.
Here we go then. Flume leads the Grand Prix. Jensen Ralston in P2. It's going to get ever so close into turn 1. There's Voiters Lever. Can he make a move on them both? Into turn 1. Voiters Lever and Jensen Ralston both getting past Flume. Heading into the first chicane as Jensen Ralston takes that race lead. We've been swapping positions all race long. But is it Jensen's day after a fantastic Flume here at Monza? Who can battle for this one? We've still got one DRS straight to go. And that will be heading into the Ascari section of this race circuit and heading into sector 3. But Jensen Ralston in the McLaren, has he judged it well enough? He has been quick today as Ben Huskins and Liam Doherty still fighting this one out, as that could be an all-important point for either one of them when it comes to the end of the season, as Ben Huskins still fighting for P2 in this championship with Voiters Lever getting some crucial pointers. Here we go with Voiters Lever. Can he make a move into the Ascari chicane? He absolutely can. It's Voiters Lever who makes a move round the outside at the Ascari chicane out of absolutely nowhere. This could be Voiters Lever's Grand Prix. We're gonna head into Parabolica one last time. Who is gonna win this one? Flume going for a move down the inside on them all. There we go, it's side by side. It's Voiters Lever round. Jensen Ralston goes off the track, swooping unders Thunderino. We're going to cross the line. It's going to be Flume. It's fantastic Flume here in Monza. I mean, oh my God, I'm out of breath after that one. Voiters Lever has been caught up in the carnage. Flume wins the Grand Prix. It's well earned from Flume. As Jensen Ralston and Jack Carlos take P2 and P3. It's carnage at Parabolica, but it's Flume who crosses the line in P1.